20 quid. So, bargain.
So Ravi's had a really crazy time this season. What do you think's been the biggest, like the craziest moment for him, like the biggest challenge?
Thank you. I would say... See, I want to say it's the vaccine and the scratch. But it's those first 4 episodes, Love Triangle, that was really shook me up. Because it really brought out a different side of that character. It's one of the few times, I mean, I've had to, like, as an actor, I've had to play against Romero-type zombies, and we've done some really heightened stuff, and zombie rats. Oh, look, there's a zombie rat in front of you, and it's trying to... I found it really difficult to be like, why am I kissing Peyton and Catty's in the kitchen? Those were the things that I found a surprise. Like, why is he doing these things? That was an interesting beginning of the season.
Do you think that there's a future for Ravi and Peyton?
Yeah. Despite the chaos, I know that everyone on iZombie, the Blaine, Ravi, Peyton triangle was something very temporary. I think also it was partly to do with Blaine's storyline. It kind of sold more of Blaine than it did have any relevance to Peyton and Ravi. So it was more about him. Has he got amnesia? And they kind of stacked the odds, having a girl be in love with this version. So it told more of that story rather than Ravi and Peyton. And now that that's done, I do believe that season 4 will, I want to say pick up, because there's nothing too, but there is further Ravi-Peyton interactions, and I think they're endgame. I think that in some world, Rob eventually wants those two characters together.
In many respects, this show kind of is relevant to today's, world. About minorities, about the others. I know Ravi is a big defender of zombies, but will there be a time when Ravi will feel kind of betrayed by the zombies somehow?
I guess. I mean, that's the thing. There's loyalty and then there's blind loyalty, right? So he's always been loyal to Liv, but I mean, Fillmore Graves are going to play a huge role in shaping the politics and the future of Seattle in season 4. And I've already seen some of those bullet points, and some of them are quite extreme. Some of their measures are fairly extreme, and I definitely think that they'll force a lot of the, like, Liv and Ravi particularly, it will force them to kind of reassess that relationship between humans and zombies. It will kind of test Ravi's loyalty to either his own species or to. It's going to be an interesting. I mean, that's the new character for season 4. The new character is Seattle. You haven't seen this Seattle before. It's a completely different world. The rules have changed, and we still really, as actors, we haven't really been told the full. We don't know the full depth and how much this kind of affects our characters yet. So we're still piecing it together.
What was your favorite live brain from previous?
D&D was one. D&D brain, not only because of Rose's performance, but I think also because of the impact of we got to have that Dungeons and Dragons scene, which I think we've well documented was our favourite day ever on iZombie. And the Gamer Brain, because I got to help out and talk to Rose about what to play and what's going on, and so I had a bit of input. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Are you saying that there are going to be more sex visions? My mum hopes not. My mum and my sister apparently hated that. I made a really silly choice. Like, there's a thing I always struggle with, which is, shall I do what's right or shall I do what's vain? And like, I always choose to go with, let's just make the audience happy. And then like, I chose then to do what was right and not what was vain, and then I regretted it when I saw my sex faces. So, yeah. Cheers.
Thank you.